Hello and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. So I'm going to be continuing the quest that I was working on in the previous video. Narration footnotes. It says it wants me to go to the sacred site of the Boborano clan. Having heard the history of Constellation Metropole from the historical supervisors, helping them might not be a bad idea. So it's all the way down there. So let's do this. But while I'm making my way down, I may as well use this to kind of see where some stuff might be. There is something on the mini-map that way, but it's a little bit out of the way, so I'm not going to bother. I will be back over there soon, though. Oh, there's a bunch of treasure chests that just popped into existence.
The party finds no pedestal in which to place the great clockwork key, only a locked door.
Where's your clan's pedestal? Oh, let me guess, you hid it away in advance to save yourself the embarrassment of having it exposed as a fake?
You done? Okay. Now, since my clan's main claim to fame is...
Misinformation, half-truths, and fabrication.
Ah, shut up, Cafe.
Shut up, Cafe.
Oh wow, the narrator joined in too.
I swear, if I wind up dead one day, the murderer was Boborano. Let those be my last words.
My clan's claim to fame is that we outwitted the dragon of old and stole its treasure. Ergo, all articles of value that we own, including the pedestal for the clockwork key, lie behind that door.
Huh.
So, next step is open the door?
Almost. There's one step before that. The door is protected by a smart interrogation system. We have to answer its questions, and if we get them wrong, we will alert law enforcement.
Wait a second. Are we helping him to break into something that's not his?
Jeez. Well, do you at least know the answers?
I mean, if it's his property, it shouldn't matter if law enforcement is alerted, right?
The correction fluid of time has dyed white the pages of the Book of Wisdom. No, I don't know the answers.
Huh.
But worry not. I had a quick word with the constabulary in advance. They'll ignore the alarm if we get the questions wrong, so answer without fear.
Wait a second. What was the point of him telling me that the law enforcement would be alerted then? There's no response from the door and nothing unusual about it. Knock on the door.
Question 1. Who is it?
Let's see. Aether, Marquis of... and his retinue.
The great yokai, Nekomata in boots. And the trusty travel guide, Pixie. Travel guide. Trusty travel guide.
Question 2. By which virtue did the ancients defeat the dragon?
Let's see. Hard work and wealth, wisdom. Yeah, I'd say wisdom.
If this is the right answer, I swear I'll...
Correct!
What? A barefaced lie. So low.
Question 3. Which is more real? The fiction of the outside world, or the truth of this world?
Both are false? Or both, perhaps both are equally real?
Hear, hear! Who can be sure that the outside world isn't just a dream? And that when the dreamer wakes up, they won't just find themselves inside a novel? There is no way to know, therefore both are equally real.
All correct. You may have the key pedestal.
Huh. The door opens and a puff of smoke wafts out.
Traveler
After
Marquis,
the smoke clears, something.
you know what must be done. Please insert the great clockwork key.
Oh, I can't read what that said before.
Oh, and this is my family crest.
Let me see. Oh, after the smoke clears, the pedestal appears. Okay. Anyways. Oh, now we gotta do one of these. This one looks a lot easier to do. So we will do that very fast. So, whoops. Can I open up these? No? That's a shame. I was hoping I'd be able to open up the treasure chest, but whatever. Operate. Okay. Pick those up. Wait a second. It looks like there's a lot more going on here. So that's a start, right? So I think you gotta go here.
Do we really need this one?
And then here like this. And then like that. There we go. I won't open up the treasure chest until... Wait, never mind, I have to. I was gonna say until this
Let me
cutscene
see
continues.
What elaborate fiction the Clan of Wisdom was able to conjure up.
If anyone's listening, I would like to submit these as my last words. I surrender. I'm the one who murdered Tapping.
Wow. Goddess's Manuscript 2. Wise Antonio, in the basement of the crumbling house, began reading the ancient book he had found. His oil lamp shook from time to time as the swaying structure above ground collapsed. The village was to be symbolically raised by the dragon, and he had been chosen by the dragon, for he had not returned home. But Antonio did not care. He only wished to study the book the old lady had given him on the bridge he passed today. This book was titled The Radiant Charter? I don't know if that's what it is. And within was something, recorded all the rules that every something being in Simulanka must follow. Okay. I don't know why they have those little blocks of whatever that's making it so you can read those parts. It was written in the language of the world's creation at the very start, and if Antonio was not possessed of extraordinary wisdom and deciphered this primordial text, there would have been no study to be had. This book reported no solutions as to resolving the difficulty that Constellation Satellite presently faced, nor did it contain any hexes that could aid Antonio in repairing his own home. But he knew that wisdom was the mightiest thing in the world. The morning light shone through the ruins of his old home, and the neighboring blacksmith and chubby chief took great pains to get rid of the house's wreckage, which blocked the basement hatch. With dark circles about his eyes, Antonio said to the chubby chief, "I shall defeat the dragon. I will return soon." "Are you sure it's all right? You don't look like you're in sleep." "Just smoke from the oil lamp. Don't worry about it." The dragon sat atop the mountain of treasures, gazing down at the insignificant little Antonio walking closer. Flames gathered in his throat, preparing to burn the area 1 centimeter before him. All the better to scare this puny foolish creature away. "Halt! I am a qualified second-class Meister. The Radiant Charter states that should I refuse a duel, you cannot use force." This restriction did indeed exist, and so the wicked dragon swallowed its flames whole. Ah, how it dreaded going to the toilet tomorrow. Antonio, for his part, had not expected that the second-class West-clearing Meister qualification exam he had taken on a lark would come in useful. "And since I am a second-class Meister, is it Meister or Meister? I propose a duel of riddles. You cannot refuse." Now, Simulanka had just had a law. Had just such a law, mainly for the benefit of sphinxes, old sages, and princesses who wish to make life hard for others. The evil dragon had not expected this rule to catch up with it. "I shall ask the first question. My house sold for 8,000 mira yesterday, but I thought there was room to raise the price, so I brought it back bought it back for 9,000. I'm planning to sell it for 10,000. How much more did I lose in the end?" Wow. The dragon laughed in contempt. "What's so hard about that? You could have waited until it hit 10,000 to make your move, but you sold it for 8, 5, or 9, so you lost 1,000 more that you could have earned instead." Yeah, wrong. You burned my house down yesterday, and I couldn't sell it in time, so I've lost far more." Sorry, I mean, I do have to burn a house, and you happen to not be at home. So I might as well hit one that doesn't result in any loss of life. Now that you lost this contest, I have the right to loot of the same as your life, minus 1 mora. And considering that you burned my house, I can see damages. Let's assume that my house is worth just 1 mora. Well then, wicked dragon, you know what to do with yourself. Please spare me, I'll give you anything. Your words, not mine. Antonio said as he pulled out a contract he had written long ago. Thus did Antonio use his wisdom to take all the evil dragon's treasure. The dragon, devastated, would never again return to attack Constellation Satellite, where Antonio lived. 20 years later, as I left Antonio, you sold your place for 8,000, spent 9,000 buy back. So it looks like you actually did lose 1,000 mora? Signed AA.
Look! My clan's history is true as well! There's that same unforgeable signature again, right here!
What? Oh, does this mean that my clan is the only odd one out?
Given that my clan's wisdom is such a subject of ridicule in your eyes, I will now appeal to my own personal intelligence, which I believe far surpasses that of my clan at large, and make a prediction. It seems likely that the claims made by each of our clans regarding their history and virtue are all true.
Oberano? How can that be?
Oh, I get what's going on. Once, when I was drinking with Gujiyai, she bet me a round of dried fish that I couldn't guess which cup the umeboshi was under. Whichever one I guessed, I was always wrong, and Gujiyai would lift a different cup to reveal the umeboshi.
Huh. Yeah, I can see that.
But then, I learned later from one of the shrine maidens, Miyuki, that all of the cups had an umeboshi under them. Just goes to show, I still got a long way to go before I become a great yokai.
Oh, don't mind Fox Lady. That's just her way of teasing you.
Actually, that reminds me. We can now open these 3 treasure chests.
Oh, cool.
And unlike the guessing game you mentioned, this one's not a trick.
Cool. Well, once you've plundered the last of Oberano's family wealth, we can go to my clan's place.
Sounds like a plan.
Guess I'll take the clockwork key again then. Yoink!
Cool. So, give me. Oh,
Unsolicited,
and give
all
me.
the more valuable for it.
Awesome. So, where to next exactly? Not too far away. I'm going to teleport up here, though.
A cohort of truth seekers followed Albizzi to his clan's sacred site. They arrived to the site of a giant guard towering over them.
Up ahead is my clan's gigantified guard. He can be a little pig-headed, and he's incredibly strong. Your weapons won't even scratch him.
Wait,
Huh.
but wasn't Kappei's clan the one that's all about strength? So, what do you guys believe in then?
Oh, the guard is one of Cap 8's people. Size is a coveted trait in the Clan of Strength, after all.
Oh, okay.
Mine is the Clan of Empathy, and our key contribution is growth serum.
What's empathetic about that?
Our ancestors believed that, just maybe, the dragon of old didn't mean us any harm at all. Perhaps the dragon simply didn't notice us, since we are so very tiny. So, they drank the growth serum and grew even larger than the dragon. Then, they set the dragon down, calmly explained their perspective, and eventually taught it how to empathize.
Huh.
The serum isn't what it once was, though. Nowadays, it doesn't make you grow all that much, and it actually makes you lose your empathy. So, I advise we take a detour.
Okay.
Despite Albizzi's words of caution, somebody, no doubt, has other ideas. Surely we could avoid a conflict with the guard, they think to themselves, if we could just try to understand one another. You could, of course, just take the path to your left and go around. But some people are gluttons for punishment. It's all part of the experience, I suppose.
Huh, so I have two options. Either fight the guards or go to the left. Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to the left. No point in fighting if I don't have to, right?
Why
So...
is my own clan treating me like a villain?
You've been away too long. We all have. Feels like we've been waiting forever.
Up here. So I could... Yeah, I definitely avoided all of them.
We should be getting close.
Why is this place so full of junk? Are you the kind of people who never throw away the box when you buy something because you're worried you won't be able to return it without the original packaging? We'll never find the Oracle pillars in all this mess.
Never mind that. We have a more pressing issue. It seems there's a slight problem with my clan's family crest. The Marquis may need to utilize their wisdom to solve the issue.
Okay. Yeah, that's easy to figure out.
Wisdom too, huh? Well, you guys have a bit of everything, don't ya? Except empathy.
Huh. The way you said that. Let's go ahead and get rid of these boxes.
Keep the noise down! We don't want to alert the guard.
Oh.
Over here! I found it!
Okay. Go ahead and raise those up very fast. I hate to say it, but I do have to destroy these boxes.
I'll go keep one.
Yeah, I have to destroy these boxes.
Can't you destroy the boxes a little more quietly?
Okay. So, just to make sure one more time that I'm understanding this correctly, I think it goes like this. So I connect it here, then here, and then here, and then finally to this one. Yeah. And open up that treasure chest.
This is the last one.
Goddess's Manuscript 3. Galileo and Alberto did many good deeds again today. Though it was most tiring to help the old lady on the bridge move her barrels of hard apple cider, they got, wait a second. Though it was most tiring to help the old lady on the bridge move her barrels of hard apple cider, okay. They each got a small barrel as their reward. The moonlight was unobstructed and beautiful, and the two good friends climbed up the high wall that had been built to stave off the evil dragon off. Alberto lost the rock, paper, scissors match, so he had to hold the barrel of cider under the grip of his arm as they climbed the ladder. Look, this is the big house that our chubby chief was so proud of. Doesn't look so big from here, huh? Said Alberto as he looked at the house. You're wrong. That's my home, said Galileo. The chief's house is that one. Alberto's night vision was not all that good, and moonlight could never compare to daylight. If one were to close one's eyes, the light could not be seen at all. He tried a little harder, but could not discern nothing more. Or could discern nothing more. But it is also really small. Galileo continued, so there's nothing wrong with the statement. Galileo and Alberto were both rather perceptive, black, people. Galileo's reply covered for Alberto's discomfort. Is that supposed to say discomfort? Regarding his poor vision, while Alberto lost the rock, paper, scissors match on purpose, so he could carry the cider barrel because the gears under Galileo's ribs were injured. Here's to you, the two friends raised the toast once Alberto stuffed a fork back in the barrel. The next day, the two gathered everyone in the village plaza. First, they apologized for the collapse of the anti-dragon wall and told all the people that they were preparing to have a talk to the evil dragon. I know it was a lot of work for everyone to fix that wall, but they're not that fussed about it anyways, the chubby chief said. But are you sure you're not bragging when you say you knocked it down yourselves? Of course, that was not the chief's point. He too was a good person. He continued, also, it's too dangerous to seek the dragon out. Don't worry about us. And so the two best friends in the whole world departed. The evil dragon troubled before Alberto and Galileo. For some reason, the old lady's liquor could make people grow very, very large. That was how they accidentally squashed the high walls the previous night. As they gazed down at the ground far below, they more or less understood how the dragon thought. No wonder it could accidentally destroy the village at its feet. So as long as they could get the dragon to notice people, they could surely come to an understanding. The two friends thus drank all the remaining magic cider becoming even larger than the dragon by a good margin. Reeking of alcohol, they sandwiched the dragon between them and drunkenly tried reasoning with it. The dragon shriveled up in terror, in all of its majesty and felt aura, forever gone indeed. It even looked kind of pitiful. Alberto attempted to pick dirt off the scales of the dragon's back, but wound up taking off an entire scale. The dragon sought to flee, but Galileo, fearing the crisis might persist for 10,000 years more if the misunderstanding was not cleared up, tugged its tail and dragged it back. To be honest, we've always lived under your feet, but we are far too small, so you may not have ever seen us. Now we've transformed to become, big, Galileo said, so now you must know, surely you must know that we dwell at your feet. The dragon nodded repeatedly, and thus did the two and the dragon chat all night, leaving the goal of mutual understanding achieved. The two set off along the road home. Huh.
The signature. So it's true. Empathy is one of the founding virtues of Constellation Metropole, too.
Yeah, and they were all signed by AA, whoever that is.
Just as we suspected, all three are the truth.
Okay. Well, this is a lot to process. I feel a little empty inside. Yes, we found the truth, but there's too much truth.
I get you. It's like in Inazuma, when there were only 6 books in the Mirage Warrior series, it was really popular. But by the time book number 88 came out, nobody wanted to read it. They all lost interest.
Yeah, that's quite a few books.
A brief moment of joy is drowned out by a growing feeling of melancholy. But perhaps there is a glimmer of hope to be found too? Anyone? Anyone? All right, I'll say it. How is it the case that these 3 versions of history can all be true at once?
That's exactly what Paimon was wondering, but Boborano kind of already explained it away earlier. So Paimon was worried she'd look stupid for asking the question.
It's not a stupid question at all, my dear little pixie. While I did postulate that different truths may coexist, there is an issue when it comes to these 3 truths in particular. The problem is, all 3 truths are the history of the exact same thing, namely the dragon and the Metropole's origins. Yet all 3 bear the signature, showing that they're genuine.
Maybe it was 3 different dragons? I don't know.
Suddenly, the sound of a bell rings out.
Oh? What's that about? Escape from the clan of Empathy Sacred Site.
What does that mean again? Ah, yes! Highest level of emergency! Everyone, to the main entrance! Stat! Bring all the glue traps, and place them outside the gates!
The whole city is on the lookout, and there's only one way out. It's the path right in front of you.
Okay. So, right here.
Why'd they ring the bell anyway? Also, why is 1 ring the highest level of emergency?
Obviously because you have to respond fast when it's an emergency. It'd be a bit too late if they waited till the 99th ring.
Oh, yeah? The guards
They're
charge
outside.
towards the main
After
entrance. Okay. It's not letting me move. Oh. So I just gotta avoid all the glue traps. Easy enough. So far, anyways. You know what? Let's go along this path. Just like that. And we have escaped. Awesome.
We made it out. Don't know if we'll still be needing this clockwork key, but I yoinked it out before we ran, just in case.
Okay, but back to the truth problem. There are 3 conflicting versions of the truth, and somehow they're all still true. What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I doubt anyone here in Simulanka can make sense of it. All we do know is that any manuscript bearing her signature has to be valid.
Well, she is the goddess of fate, the creator of all this. And all these manuscripts are her grand design.
The reason we argued about who was right was that we didn't know enough about the truth of the past. But now we have the truth. So we just have to accept it. As surely as we will follow the clockwork path designed for us, so is this the course that history has taken. It is clear and incontrovertible.
We will never argue again. Thank you all.
Well, that's good.
Is that all there is to it? Is this where the decision made at the first crossroads of destiny has led us to? A pointlessly happy ending?
What's wrong with that?
Overthinking it would be equally pointless. Well, that's enough for one day. Time to take a break.
Could you be any more cryptic? You're planning something. Paimon knows it.
Whatever happens, today was a breakthrough in my journey of discovery. I will go back and share it with my clan.
Me too.
And me.
Let's leave it there for today then. I'm sure we'll find out what else Mr. Narrator has planned for us tomorrow.
Okay, then I guess we'll be fast-forwarding time, right? So yeah, wait until after 8 the next day.
Boats are made.
What a beautiful day, thought the traveller, before he was overcome by a creeping sense of foreboding. The voice in his head grew louder. Must go to Pendulum Lane.
Pendulum Lane, huh? That's a wrong turn. Very good. Remain vigilant. Is that all? This is such a... Oh. This is such a weird thing. I don't know why they have some things like that where you can, like, interact with them, but they don't lead to anything. Anyways.
Pendulum Lane is just up ahead. Something must have happened here after all. Everyone's crowded around.
Okay. So, what's going on here? I can see a puzzle, obviously.
Oh my god, this is terrible! I don't understand. The 3 great clans of Constellation Metropole have finally made peace with each other. Who could have done this?
What happened? Oh no, someone's lying on the ground.
Cafe.
Cappe!
How did this happen?
Captain, you idiot! Wake up! You need to revise your last words or everyone's gonna start suspecting me!
Last words. What did he say?
Hey, that's the narrator.
If I wind up dead one day, the murderer was Boberano.
Albizi, really? Did you have to say that?
Ugh, you could have at least pretended to not remember it.
I'm sorry, Boberano, but this is an interrogation. I have to give the detective straight answers.
Don't worry, Boberano. I don't consider you a suspect, nor do I have the authority to charge anyone with a crime. So, are you the last people to have had contact with him?
Yes.
My sincere condolences. You were travel companions, right? It's a real tragedy. I'm afraid he'll be out cold for another hour and a half, at least.
Huh?
Yeah, I know. It's despicable. Hitting someone in the back of the head is the second worst act of cruelty there is. The first being replacing their gear oil with extra strong glue.
So, Cappe's not dead?
Obviously not.
His gears, metal frame, and shell are all still in excellent condition. It's just his energy supply that's been all messed up. Wait. But surely you can't be suggesting that just because Cappe isn't broken, there's no need to go looking for the culprit.
No, there's a need. Huge need.
Unfortunately, this is rapidly turning into a cold case. There's no evidence and no witnesses. Unless there's an official clockwork pedestal, the goddess of prophecy around here somewhere.
Can't we just wait until Cappe wakes up and then ask him? That seems like the most logical answer to me.
Excuse me. Then suddenly the long-lost dragon of old flew across the sky.
Huh.
Where?
Yeah, that's a good question. Where is it?
I didn't see anything. Wait, why can't I move?
My mistake. It was just a cloud. Or a bird. Or something. If only we could turn time backwards and replay the crime.
Okay.
Isn't that one of those, clockwork socket things right behind you?
Yep.
So it is. No wonder everyone here is suddenly struggling to move. Traveller, if you please, let's recreate the crime scene.
I suspect the detective guy of doing something funny. I mean, he's like really into this, so... Oh. This is weird.
The crime seems too chaotic. I can't make heads or tails of it.
Well, I'm watching what's going on with Cappe, right? And I don't really see anything that could have knocked him out. So oh, Cappe just fell over. Weird. very, very weird. It doesn't seem to really help us, does it? And why am I... Oh, maybe I was supposed to rewind it back even further.
Well, that clears it up. Cappe was walking along the street, and he suddenly collapsed. He was faking it.
What?
What? So case closed? Aren't you supposed to investigate a little more first?
Yeah, I agree with Paimon.
Well, we literally replayed the crime scene and saw it with our own eyes. There's no need for any evidence gathering or powers of deduction now. And besides, maybe the truth is inherently strange by nature. Like how Constellation Metropole has 3 histories, each of which is the truth.
But didn't you say Cappe was struck in the back of the head and knocked unconscious?
Yeah, he did.
For all I know, he could have bashed his head against a toilet bowl before leaving the house. Then walked here in a daze before finally passing out. As for why he might have done that, my guess is... With the Supreme Clan question left unanswered, and the tension in Constellation Metropole suddenly wiped away, he was looking to create a new source of conflict.
Why is he still laying there then?
Only then would the city feel alive again.
Do we really think he's capable of that, though? Sounds like a pretty complicated conspiracy for the average Simulanka resident.
Traveler, something about the crime scene isn't sitting right with me. It just seems unnatural.
Uh-huh.
Also, anything outside of the immediate area won't have appeared in the replay. Is it possible that something was missing from the scene? Why don't we search the area?
Wait,
okay.
What are you doing?
Oh, we're gonna head to Cappe's house to check the toilet bowl for signs of an impact.
Okay. Are we really doing that, or are we just looking for clues in this immediate area? Yeah, just in this immediate area. So there's one right behind me. What would happen if I just... Oh, never mind. I thought maybe I could do that again. Is there anything back here? Yep.
A pickaxe? What is it doing all the way down here? There's gotta be a story behind it. Let's take it.
Okay. Another thing over here somewhere. Investigate. What's going on with this?
Hello there. Have you seen my spear by any chance? Someone was shouting about a dragon a minute ago, and I instinctively threw it into the sky. Yeah.
Okay. Weird. Yeah, the detective did.
Here. It looks so mysterious. Let's take it.
Okay. Should I return the spear to him? No? Okay, never mind. Next up is over here somewhere. Is it on these blocks? No? Hey, think about it. There are some excerpts of bliss around here. The shop owner.
You're not from these parts, are you? Just visiting?
Yep, that's right. Why? What's up?
Ah, well, I was gonna offer you a great job in the Titanium mines. A safe and secure working environment.
Doesn't sound very safe. At least not as safe as being a courier.
To keep the titanium ore intact, we use specially designed pickaxes that can't cut through it. Even if you struck a person with it, it wouldn't so much as leave a scratch.
Oh, really? So maybe the pickaxe was used to hit him over the head.
And in terms of labor intensity, the work has been rated as Class 2 physical labor by a reputable organization. Even cats can do it.
I'm not... Never mind. I give up.
Welcome to Paimon's world.
Mind you, I don't know what happened today, but somehow a pickaxe has gone missing. Maybe one of the giant guards broke it down, so someone took it to perform a rapid resuscitation procedure.
Sounds pretty brutal for a first aid technique.
We're not going to mention the pickaxe we found?
Still, a missing pickaxe. Huh. Is it just me, Traveler, or does it seem kinda suspicious?
It seems kind of suspicious that we're not bringing it up to him, but okay. Let's go up here and interact with the grocery store owner.
Come here. Whatever it is you were looking to buy, please do come back tomorrow. It's just...
What is
I
that?
have to close early today.
There's something right over there with an arrow pointing down at it. I'll get that in a second.
A bottle of growth serum has gone missing. If someone's stolen it with the intention of harming others, the consequences could be disastrous. There's a whole investigation into it, so I gotta close the shop while I do an inventory count. If it turns out I'm wrong and I miscounted, I could be charged with filing a false report and disturbing the peace.
So I have a feeling that's the growth serum right over there. It seems the most logical.
There's a strange potion bottle here. Looks so weird. Let's take it.
Can I get to the excerpt of bliss before I do any more? Let's see. All the way at the top here. Very nice. Oh, it's one of these. Start the challenge. And I was expecting to have to, whoops. I was expecting to have to shoot, but maybe I don't. Other than attacking this thing. Okay, where's the next, thing I'm supposed to get? Oh. I did have to shoot. Very weird. I missed it. Oh wow, those went a little bit further than I expected. Whoops. Darn it. I wish my aiming was better. There we go. What? Oh, that was weird. Okay then. And another. I hate how you have to activate them first. Where next? Okay, over there. They actually have you go through quite a few of these things, so... How did I miss this one? Okay. That time I definitely got it. Whoops. I see how I missed that one, though. Okay, fly along the magic thread. There we go. Almost there. Awesome. That one was pretty involved. Down here we go. There is another one somewhere over in this direction. I just don't see it. Maybe it's the balloon? Let's see. Well, there's something going on with the sign. Almost a full circuit of the city without even realizing it. Hope you're not feeling too tired. The next treasure hunt will test your understanding of graffiti patterns. I trust that shouldn't be a problem for you. Okay. Well, first of all, the balloon is nothing, so never mind. So I can see like a little smiley face right there, and then some kind of weird frog. Yeah, so smiley face, a frog, a squirrel or a chipmunk or whatever that is. I know it's a hamster. Another smiley face, a frog. A hamster. Wait. Or maybe it's supposed to be an alpaca? Oh, that's what that is. The smiley face is, okay. So, yeah, it would be the hamster. Or flying squirrel. Sorry. Well done. You have found the pattern. Next, please head to the station behind the city. It's about time for me to go somewhere further away, too. Okay. I got the excerpt of bliss, that's all that matters. So, where am I supposed to go? Oh, Dr. Kirara.
Let's say one of these was the weapon used in the assault. Which one do you think it is?
It's obviously the pickaxe.
If it was the pickaxe, Cafe sure is lucky it's not still lodged in his head.
Actually, you're wrong there, Paimon. The foreman at the mine was just saying, this kind of pickaxe is designed not to damage titanium, so it couldn't cause any superficial damage to residents here. But You could probably knock someone out if you hit them hard enough. And it wouldn't leave a scratch. Let's take this back to the crime scene and replay it one more time.
Okay.
Ah, you're back. How was the toilet at Cape's house?
Toilet? What about it? Oh, yeah, forget that.
Show the pickaxe.
What's this about? What are you trying to say?
We thought the way Cape fell looked odd, so we searched the area for suspicious items and found this. It could have been deliberately placed out of range of the crime scene so it wouldn't show up when we replayed it. Now we've retrieved it, we were gonna replay it again. You don't mind, do you?
Oh, I just remembered I forgot to turn off the clockwork switch in my kitchen. Yeah, I think I'll just,
Yeah, the detective is really suspicious.
Oh, no, you stay right there.
Okay, so place it.
We should be good now.
Okay, now do this. Okay, so keep going back further. Okay, that's as far as I can go. So the pickaxe is in his hand, and he's doing something with it. Why is he walking all the way over there, though? I mean, I know that he got rid of the pickaxe at some point. Oh! There we go. He's definitely the one who did it. Now the question is why? And more importantly, why didn't they immediately suspect that he's the one who did it?
So you're the attacker!
So, it was you!
Okay.
I would congratulate you for cracking the case, but since I did such an abysmal job of covering my tracks, didn't exactly have your work cut out for you. So, all I can say is... Catch me if you can!
Sure thing. Are they gonna catch him automatically? No.
We have a runner! That's it! Let me at him!
The would-be Marquis of Carabas dispatched the Necromata in boots, who ran off in pursuit of the poor little minion.
Okay, this is neat. Where'd he go? Over here? Okay.
The minion's poor little lower back was protesting painfully against the intense physical activity. He decided to take the elevator, giving him a moment to catch his breath.
He's, not exactly...
Really? His lower back asked. But the minion had no other choice. He resolved to make the jump down.
He's... Doesn't seem like he'd be very hard to catch.
Was gasping for air. The minion was huffing and puffing, even more loudly. But we'll ignore that.
I'm not! Don't underestimate the gold level courier of the Komania Express!
Okay. Whoops. Come on. Thank you. That worked out pretty well.
A characteristically catty response from the Necromata. Tell me, what do you hope to gain from bullying me?
I get to let off some steam!
Why is he leading us all the way over here?
Ha-ha! You fell into my trap. In fact, all the glue in this world is created by me, using my narrator powers. I make it and the residents just gather what they need.
Oh, wow. So we've got to get out of it before... Let me move.
Rats! Oh, I'm so jealous of you guys right now. You can just jump out of your shoes and keep running, but wait, I'm wearing boots this time. Yes!
The unnamed minion made a last-ditch escape attempt. He began his long climb, up the wall, the tall wall. He began his long climb up the tall wall.
You call that a tall wall? In urgent Neko parcel mode, I'll scale it in no time.
I'm beat. I surrender.
Yay! We win! I don't know what we win, but we win!
You've got nowhere left to run!
Mm-hmm.
All right. I confess.
That was fast.
Getting caught by you here was a backup plan. I don't know if what I've done will make things better or not.
Wait a second. That's a different voice, right?
Time to come clean. I am the narrator, the one who's been guiding you all this time.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah.
Okay. I guess my voice acting skills have some room for improvement.
Is that Cappy?
Anyway, I only did what I did because...
Why are you suddenly spilling the beans?
I poured my heart and soul into all this. I was worried you wouldn't ask. The truth is, I was one of the first conscious beings ever made by the goddess of creation. And I've known for a long time that this whole world is just a fairy tale written by the goddess of fate.
So obviously this isn't Cappy, right? I'm just, like, crazy.
I know they say that fairy tales are just made up for kids to read, but I refuse to believe that fairy tales are just fictional stories and nothing more. The reason why Constellation Metropole has 3 origin stories is that the goddess of fate wrote 3 drafts and couldn't decide which one she liked best.
Okay.
Then her cat trod all over them, and they all got crumpled together, so the 3 worlds just sort of folded into one. The goddess of fate was torn between them anyway, since she couldn't decide which ending was best for the dragon or the kids. So when she saw what the cat had done, she simply decided to go with all 3.
Who'd have thought? Well, what does any of this have to do with what you did?
You're not a fictional character, so you couldn't hope to understand my sorrow. Honestly, I don't think there's anyone in all of Simulanka who would understand. Every day that I experience, every interaction I have with another person, is it really all just a work of fiction? The only reason the 3 great clans wanted to find out the truth was for the pointless task of electing the supreme clan. I thought that once they'd learned the truth, it might make them curious enough to investigate further. But as it turned out, they just accepted it and carried on living the same old lives. I have to motivate them to keep looking for answers now that they think they've learned the truth. I have to make them uncomfortable with the superficial explanation that they took at face value. And I have to figure out, once and for all, while you real people from the outside world are still here, are we real?
Oh.
That's my full confession. Time for you to take me back. I'm guessing I'll probably be forced to make a public apology, then sentenced to half a day in solitary confinement.
Oh no, not half a day.
Definitely deserve half a day. Oh, also, pass this message on to Cape, Bobarano, and Albizzi, if you could. The Great Clockwork Key was originally put in place jointly by the ancestors of the 3 clans. If the 3 of them had any ability to cooperate whatsoever, they'd have been able to remove it by themselves. Over all these years, not once have they ever tried removing it together.
Oh, my poor child. There's one thing you've been mistaken about this whole time.
Who is this?
Whose voice is that? Detective? Was that you? Your voice acting's actually pretty good.
The reason fairy tales are suitable for children is that they help them to understand the world. Fairy tales may be works of fiction, but at their heart lies an internal logic that is undoubtedly real-world truth in a condensed form. Perhaps they simplify good and evil, and perhaps they hide the darkness in metaphors. But let there be no doubt. The world within fairy tales is as real as can be. And by extension, you and your compatriots are also real.
Goddess! Is it really you?
It's obviously one of the 3, but which one?
The line that separates footnotes from narrative can never be crossed. Never the 2 shall meet. This is why you have never heard my voice before.
So it's the goddess of fate, or an echo of it, rather.
But now you wish to break free from the story. And there's a cat nearby, so you can hear my echo.
Huh.
Necromata!
Just... your echo?
Oh, poor detective.
So... we are a part of the real world, too.
You lead the surrendered detective back to Cape. So, we need a shot of the crime scene for evidence, a mugshot of the suspect for the records, and a photo of the heroes for posterity. The guard molded over. 3 photos is overkill. Let's just get one big group photo at the crime scene. Suspect, try and look more serious. Heroes, more natural, please. Happy smiles. But no smiling from the victim or their friends and family, thank you. No, don't get up. Stay on the ground. We need to capture the crime scene as is. 3, 2, 1, say cheese. That looks pretty neat. Weirdest photo experience of my life.
My head's spinning. Albizzi just gave me a quick rundown of the situation. So you caught the detective?
Sorta. We chased him until he surrendered. Oh, and he asked us to pass on a message.
You tell the 3 about the rest of what happened. And that they could have removed the Great Clockwork Key if they'd just worked together.
Does he really think we didn't try that? 'Cause we did. After 6 months in that place.
Really?
That was my bad. I thought it was a stupid idea at the time, so I didn't really exert myself.
Oh, really?
I also sort of stopped trying after 3 years.
You... Never mind. I'm partly to blame as well. On the second attempt, I just hugged the key and pretended like I was pulling as hard as I could.
Wow, all 3 of them. Although the blue guy, which one was it? Albizzi? Yeah, Albizzi at least tried for 3 years.
You guys are so lazy. My granny's neighbor's pet cat has nothing on you, and it spends all day, every day sunbathing.
Anyway, you said you heard the voice of the goddess of fate at the end?
There is a world beyond our own after all.
What would you guys say to taking a trip to the outside world sometime? Otherwise, I got bashed in the back of the head for nothing.
Depends. Do either of you know how to get there? But yes, I agree we should go. And not invite the detective, just to annoy him.
Oh, wow.
But maybe the reason we've never worried about whether we're real or not is that, unlike him, we weren't there to witness the creation of this world. We've never had any reason to doubt that we're real. If someone ever convinced me that these delightful dimwits, Cape and Albizzi, weren't real, oh, I'd be devastated.
Okay. Is that actually the end of that quest? Huh. Neat. So if I look at this, yeah, it says that that's completely done. This is the only one that's left, the one for Kale, as far as like the storyline quests are concerned, but there's still other quests in this place that I can do. I'm going to solve this little puzzle here, and then once I solve this, I'm going to be stopping. This challenge is a test of the contestants' ability to work as a pair. Though each contestant has their own style, so too do the challenges differ. Shut those eyes and move those legs, go. Work with other competitors to unlock the rewards. Okay. So, team up with the reckless figure, greedy figure, or troubled figure. I'll go with the troubled figure. I'm not exactly a decisive person. I'll leave figuring the route out to you. Okay. I don't know. I could read everything that they said, so... Good luck, contestants. What should I choose? Start the challenge. So... I should tell him to go which way? Walk to the right. And then go straight. Easy enough. I have a feeling one of the others would have ignored me or whatever. So, oh, there's a different treasure chest for each of them.
One man's stone is another man's gem.
Team up with greedy figure. Do you have something to eat? No work can be done on an empty stomach. Well, here's hoping that he won't cause me too many issues. So hungry, gotta eat. Start the challenge. What you gonna do? If only we had some fruit. So, apple. I'm all charged up. Okay. God, all out of energy. So hungry. If only we had some meat. Foul. I'm all charged up again. Smash. Ah, I ran out of energy again. So hungry. If only we had something sweet. Sweet flower. And this is the last of the 3. And once more, he is charged up and ready to smash through the obstacles and win. Very nice. So, I have a feeling it's the left treasure chest that just unlocked. Yep. Very nice. And one last
Certainly
one.
Worth the
Team up with the reckless figure. Anyway, just keep charging onwards. Let's win this together. So am I gonna have to, like, actively destroy traps and stuff as he's going along? I might have to do that, yeah. Shut those eyes and move those legs. Go. Is there any way to, yeah. I'm gonna just set everything up in beforehand, right? I don't know if I did enough. Let's go. This route's blocked. Hey, at least they let you do that, right? I didn't even realize there was a timer until just before that happened. Like, just before I started hearing the little noise for the time running out.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
Anyways, congratulations on completing all of the challenges. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and claim whatever I can from this. I don't think I have enough excerpts of Bliss to claim the next one of these. Yeah, I still need 9 more to claim that. That's fine. Okay. So, yeah, this is where I'm going to be stopping. Thank you very much for watching. The next time I play, I will be doing more of the collecting and stuff. I think I might actually just focus on collecting as many treasure chests and solving as many puzzles in the next one. And then after that one, I'll probably move on to Kale's, quest. This one right here, an odd textual mystery. But we'll see. It depends on if I get bored or not of, running around collecting treasures and stuff. So, yeah, thanks again. See you next time, and bye-bye.